Good morning, Bryce, and we are at Tuesday, and we do have some active weather going on this morning. Some fog and mist over the Delta. We're going to be tracking increasing rain chances, a heavy rain potential for tomorrow, and then it's going to turn much cooler heading into the weekend. So there's a lot going on nationally. Some record low temperatures to our north, and a pretty potent winter storm across portions of Texas, West Texas, all the way up to southern Kansas. Could see several inches of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and all of the above. As for the Delta, we'll be tracking Hurricane Zeta moving up along the Gulf Coast a little bit later on. We're not going to see direct impacts, but when these two storms kind of come together, that is going to help to increase our rain chances. And as for the temperatures, very cold out to our west. Fayetteville, Oklahoma City, Abilene, all in the 30s. Gulf Coast, mid-70s. That's a 45-degree difference right there. And as you take a look, the further northwest you go across the region, the cooler it is. So as we zoom in a little bit, Pine Bluff, Little Rock, Hot Springs, all in the 40s. And as you pan down, a little bit warmer to the south. Greenwood at 60, Clarksdale 52, Greenville 56, and we're in the 60s across central Mississippi. So again, a nice little temperature gradient setting up this morning. As for the radar, three areas that I'm more interested in anything. We have fog and mist over the Delta. No rain just yet. Winter weather out to our west into Texas and Oklahoma. And we have hurricane warnings in the Gulf Coast. So yeah, a lot going on. But again, things haven't really heated up here in the Delta. So as we track out the next couple of hours, front's kind of going to push off to the south, come back north as a warm front. And as Zeta approaches, that's kind of going to open up the Gulf. Moisture is going to start to stream in, and we'll start to see rain developing overnight into tomorrow morning across the Delta. And in fact, the rain could go on for much of the day as Zeta kind of approaches the coast, likely going to make landfall somewhere into southeastern Louisiana, moving along coastal Mississippi into central Alabama. And then we're going to have that system that's shooting out of the southern plains come through, bringing a cold front into the area as we go through the day on Thursday. That's going to help to accelerate what's left of Zeta and dry us out, bringing some cooler and drier air into the Delta just in time for your weekend. So again, as we track out Zeta, currently a tropical storm, a high-end tropical storm, likely will become a hurricane later today. And as we take a look at the track, sometime Wednesday evening, likely going to make landfall into Louisiana. And I know southwestern Louisiana definitely catching their breath because it looks more likely that it's not going to impact Lake Charles. You know, we already had two storms, Delta and Laura, which caused quite a bit of impact on that area. So fortunately, it's going to move off to their east, but still going to be pretty high impacts for the Mississippi coast, southeast Louisiana, and to coastal Alabama. But again, this is going to move quickly as it moves inland, but still could have wind gusts across the region, even here in the Delta of 20 to 25 miles per hour. And as for our rain totals, that's going to be the main player here across the region. We could see 1 to 3 inches of rain, locally higher amounts, and this is all before Zeta actually makes landfall. We're going to see that Gulf moisture, and again, we're going to have some pretty decent rain totals across the region. But again, most of the impacts, the severe weather, let's see, high rain totals, and of course, any of those high wind gusts are going to stay to our east. But again, the rain's going to be the main threat tonight through tomorrow. But again, today we'll start to see those showers rolling in later, probably as the sun begins to set. It is going to remain cloudy and breezy, and as we go across the region, again, it's going to be a lot cooler excuse me, to the west, and then warmer to the east as we may see a few peaks of sunshine. And going into tonight, lows of 60, overcast, breezy, periods of rain. And again, that gradient is just going to kind of be there. So if you're into the northwestern Delta, Clarksdale, Batesville, Cleveland, it is going to be cooler. And the further southeast you go towards Kosciuszko, Carrollton, and Chula, going to be a little bit warmer as we wake up tomorrow. But tomorrow, we're really looking at active weather, showers and thunderstorms, locally heavy rain, highs potentially in the low to mid 70s. And it's going to remain breezy. We can still see gusts as high as 20, 25 miles per hour. And those breezy conditions will continue, especially Thursday as that front starts to move through the area. But it will start to dry out. Zeta's remnants will move pretty quickly to the east by this weekend. Plenty of dry air across the region, sunshine, and as for Saturday and Sunday, we're going to see the mid 60s and turning even cooler heading into the early portions of next week, Bryce.